Hello, hello, and happy Thursday, people. Hi, Madeir. Hi, Morsod. Where did I leave off? Okay, we're done with today's actions. Perfect. Oh, I left us off right before the next chapter. You love to see it. Hilda wants to speak with me. Okay. Oh, she probably wants to join my house now? Oh no, just the support.
In a place like this. It's lucky.
We're gonna watch this support because I think Hilda's funny.
In a pinch. Not as much as you. It's hard to tell what's going on in that skull of yours. Your expression is
Hi, weird analogy.
blank.
Hope you're doing well tonight.
Smile.
Oh, here, you know what? While we're watching this support,
I was just playing around. Don't get mad.
let me turn on the
By the way, in the next
Three
battle,
Houses
may I
stuff
focus on
in the
logistical
stream
support?
overlay.
Battlefield, there's no use having a weakling like me in the middle of the action, and it would bring down morale if I were killed. Have you even seen
Imagine
the
being
professor?
Hilda
Look
and
at his
thinking you're a
little
weakling.
arms.
Big
I should be
axe.
cheering everyone on from the sidelines.
I'm still on the
Certainly
white
improve
clouds,
voice
yeah.
morale, don't you think?
You haven't played Three Houses yet? Interesting. I would recommend it. I know recently it's been a bit more controversial of a
Even if
title.
I did,
But I think especially the first play of
My big
Three
brother
Houses
the
is
type
really
of person
fun.
Who's supposed to be on the battlefield.
I'm glad you're
For
doing
me,
pretty well,
it's just
Analogy.
a
I'm
waste
doing
of
pretty well
energy.
too. I'm in a good mood
Pointless.
this week.
Everyone's cut out for something different. The right person for the right task, you know? Please, Professor. Keep me off the battlefield.
You know,
and
all
maybe
good
I won't
things.
tell everyone
You know,
you're
the wedding went well
daydreaming.
this weekend. I'm ahead of schedule on video production for once. So I'm in a pretty happy mood. Okay, so you got a lot of Switch games to play then.
I am grateful.
Would I make her a dancer to satisfy her laziness? Hi, Bonks. No, I always make Hilda a big axe girl, because I think it's funny when she's a big axe girl. Let's see. Byleth eventually has to go. Holy night. Gotta get that riding up. Hubert stays in Dancer. Dorothea is in Wyvern where she belongs. It's gonna take a while to get her to Wyvern Master, I think. I didn't realize you could have her gamble on this at only 45%. I think I will, but I'm not confident in her chances. Sad. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Yeah, doing silly classes in Three Houses is really fun, I think. Or at least I enjoy it. Thanks, Analogy. Yeah, the wedding was really nice. Let me tell you guys about my near catastrophe, like 2 hours before the wedding.
I am grateful.
Well, I guess like 4 hours before the wedding, but 2 hours before I needed to go to the venue. So we wore tuxes for the wedding, and like a couple hours before we need to go, I like shave and get dressed, right?
This is the holy tomb.
So I shave, I put my tux shirt on, and I flip the collar up to put my bow tie on. Then I flip the collar down, and I look in the mirror, and I notice there's a big blood stain on the collar, and I noticed I had a small cut shaving that I hadn't seen before I put the shirt on. So I had to run out and get a replacement shirt like 3.5 hours before the wedding.
This very throne. Professor, do you recognize this throne?
Fortunately, there was a Joseph A. Banks nearby that had something in my size, so crisis averted. But
So long.
but it was I was so when I flipped it down and saw it in the mirror, I was like, oh my god.
On the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess. Well? It was supposed to be but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
Stop right there.
Here we go, guys. Big scene.
Don't move, any of you. If you move, your lives will be forfeit. Thank you ever so much for guiding us this far. The Imperial Army will now take possession of everything in the Holy Tomb.
What's the Imperial Army doing here?
Wait.
Oh yeah, I definitely noticed once I took the collar down. It was extremely noticeable.
I never thought that possible.
Edelgard, did you know about this?
Yes. In fact, I gave the order. I am the Flame Emperor.
I guess that's the end of play at school, Lady Edelgard. I mean, Your Majesty.
Get to work, everyone. The crest stones belong to us now. And take those filthy bones, too.
Insolence!
Yeah, that's the problem with white clothes. Like, I have a pair of white canvas shoes I really like. But now they look pretty dingy and beat up because I used to wear them all the time.
What's the meaning of this, Edelgard?
You made use of us? Why?
I'm sorry, my teacher. I cut this path, and now I must follow it. My friends, I ask that all of you stay back. It is not my intention to fight you. By order of the Adrestian Emperor,
I thought this scene was so cool the first time I played Three Houses.
collect the crest stones. If anyone attempts to stop us, kill them.
I am grateful. Oh, wow, thanks.
I thank you.
Thank you.
So am I just gonna be down 2 units here? Yeah, I am. Alright, we're gonna 5-man this chapter. So the first route I played was Silver Snow. Not for any, like... Not like because I agreed or disagreed with the Edelgard stuff. The reason I did Silver Snow first is because, if you guys remember, there is a scene at the end where Rhea, like, asks you to kill Edelgard, and you have, like, a choice. And I was just really curious what would happen if you said to kill Edelgard, because I was like, that's insane. Kill the main lord of the game? And then, of course, you know, you do that and you get Silver Snow. But at the time, I didn't know that was going to happen. I was just very curious what would happen if I picked that option.
Is that the one?
And as it turns out, what it does is give you kind of the lame route. Hi, it's Charm. It has been a while. Honestly, I haven't streamed in a minute because last Tuesday, my internet was out. Then this Tuesday, my internet was out. And then yesterday, I streamed Thracia. So it's been a minute since I streamed the playthrough at all.
Come back soon.
The only thing Silver Snow has going for it is that, like, Sedith is kind of the lord. Or I don't know if he technically counts as a lord, because I don't think you game over if he dies. But, you know, he's, like, an important character. Also, we're definitely gonna miss some crest stones, because I'm a little lacking in units. Silver Snow being the first route planned is kind of whack.
allow such
Because, like,
violence on the Empire.
I'm of the opinion
Strike
that
down the
Three
walls
Houses
and protect the
would
holy
probably
tomb.
have been better if it was a 2-route game, and I would have made the 2 routes Blue Lions and Black Eagles.
The holy tomb must not.
But, like, if I had to cut one
Protect
route
as
from the
many of
game,
the
it would be
precious
Silver
stones
Snow.
as you can.
That's my cue.
To work. Stay focused.
Oh, I forgot to reclass you. You're not supposed to
get
be
to it.
Enlightened 1. But that's okay. You can be an Enlightened 1 for 1 chapter. Also, hi, Turbin. I hope you're doing well today.
Ready.
Alright, let me check damage here. Alright, so she can't take, like, 3 hits. I don't remember if these guys just go right for the stones. I kind of want to say they do. But I'm not 100% on that. Hi, Riley Talks. I like this game too.
Take away every. That is enough. Do you even know?
Yeah, I really love Claude, but it's a shame that it feels like his route is like... It doesn't feel like a Claude route to me. But I love the characters in it, so it's probably the route I've played the most. Okay, they do just go for the crest stones. Good to know. Hi, Max Power. Yeah, this map is, the engaged version of this map is funny. It has, like, I think my favorite thing an enemy does in a Fire Emblem game, which is when, I think it's really funny, when the warper warps the other warper, and then they warp another enemy towards you. And then it doesn't matter, because instead of attacking you, they just go hit a crest stone, but it's still pretty funny. I love Shamir. What a unit. A pretty good level up for Hank. Got the crest stone back. God bless. Oh, nice. Can you kill Steel Lance Plus on Frozen Lance? No. Here, just go ahead and kill this guy. Yes, I would say the Golden Deer is, I think by a significant margin, my favorite starting cast. Which helps a lot, even though I do have some problems with the route. Hi, Septi. Yes, Wyvern Dorothea, my favorite part was when she gained, like... What was it? It was either, like, 6 or 8 strength upon class change. Yes, I do wish that Crimson Flower was a bit longer of a route. I mean, in this specific context where I'm doing it for the forever draft, I kind of appreciate it because I'm going to be playing a lot of Fire Emblem games, so I like that I could make this one a little shorter. But in general, I agree. It would have been nice if this route had a little more time. Okay, so I do not want to park Dorothea there. Hey, Alex, welcome to the stream. Glad you could catch one. Here, we can do this, and then we'll just probably either... and probably combat Artem next turn.
Nice try.
Alright, that's okay, it's Charm. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good night. Hope your internet starts to get a bit better. Our internet's been a mess for the past week, so I understand the frustration. Yeah, I mean, I think Crimson Flower is interesting because, like, at least for me, I'm not, like, the biggest Three Houses person, so maybe this is less true once you've, if you're, like, a bit better at the game than me. But I do find Crimson Flower shorter, but to also have some of the harder maps in the game. But also you get Edelgard, who is quite good. So maybe that makes up for that a bit.
Can I get a...
But I do agree that a shorter game can make for good challenge runs. It's part of why I like Sacred Stones so much for challenge runs, is because you can just, you know, you can knock it out pretty quickly. How's Mage Everyone going? Mage Everyone, except for Dorothea and Ingrid, is going pretty okay so far. Hi, Sprig Azalea. Yeah, I played this game a ton when it came out. Like, a ton when it came out. And then when the DLC and when Maddening came out, I played it a bit more. And then I haven't played it much since then. So I'm excited to, you know, be doing another playthrough. Especially because this is the route I have played the least. So it's it's also like a bit of a good refresher on the route. Oh, I could have physicked. That was an oopsie. I don't love how these guys perform against the monsters. Seems like they're gonna have a hard time with them. Unless we can combine our forces. But that's fine. We got most of the crest stones. Not worried about missing the one too much. Yeah, so on my first playthrough, I did Silver Snow. Basically because when they gave that dialogue prompt where they were like, kill Edelgard, I was like, I can kill the Lord? What? And I was really curious what would happen. So I kind of did it just to, like, find out what happens if you click that dialogue option. And the answer was Silver Snow happens. Which ended up meaning that Crimson Flower was the last one that I did, because then I wanted to, like, see the other students first. Which is unfortunate, because I actually do like this route quite a bit. So yeah, I did, the order I did them was, I did Silver Snow, and then I did Golden Deer, and then I did Blue Lions, and then I did Crimson Flower. Yeah, exactly. Being able to, like, oppose the Lord or have the Lord change just seemed like such a, like a novel concept. But for a second I thought this was Hubert, and I was like, why is Hubert an assassin? What happened to him? Attack on 2 AS. I have a defense of 22. What's the... This is kill boss. Okay, yeah, so this is fine. Can give this guy a bonk real quick.
All do our part.
I'd like to get some speed on Hank. I mean, I guess, you know, we make do with what we have, but it'd be nice if we could get some speed.
Professor, I will make in truth. No.
Am I betraying Rhea? I sure am. So, hi, Kristen. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, it is kind of neat that you fight her in this chapter, regardless of which route you end up doing. Maybe we'll do a round of combat, and then we'll use the physic. What are you carrying? Is it... Oh, just a droppable vuln? Why is there a droppable vuln in this chapter? I think the math works out for this to be fine, and I assume you... Oh! I didn't think you'd be able to do that much damage to Edelgard. I mean, good on you, Dorothea. Sad to have Dorothea fight Edelgard, though.
Despite what I said, I have no... So why not stand down and get out of my way?
No, she healed! The crest! The crests are to blame! Oh no. Hi, Nemesis. Okay, I'm pretty sure that means Dorothea dies. But let's see if she can dodge an attack.
Damn it!
Yeah, we'll go back. Okay, begin player phase. Hank goes.
To work.
That's my cue.
Alright, we can just do it this way and it's fine.
Let's get to it.
Why is Byleth's outfit so revealing? So that Hank can better sell propane and propane accessories.
Ready.
Alright, we're getting this vulnerary. I will have it.
Despite what I said, so why not? So, the end has come.
Alright, everybody, get ready for the drama. Yes, I would say, Max, that they really could have used the difficulty between hard and maddening. I will say to some extent, I think, like, maddening New Game Plus can fill that gap a little bit. But you shouldn't have to do it. You shouldn't have to, like, do a second playthrough to get that, like, nice middle ground difficulty that I think a lot of people would like. Oh, thank you for the gifted memberships, MMORPG Al. God bless. Hope you're having a good one.
My thank you so much.
For those of you that got a membership, now you have emotes.
You have disappointed me, Edelgard. To think that a descendant of House Hellyeah.
That's true. Maddening Casual can fill that gap a little. But I think, like, a lot of people, like, seem to not want to play on,
Professor, kill Edelgard.
casual. I don't know, like, maybe it's just because there's a stigma around it, or, like, maybe it's because Fire Emblem, like, I don't know, a lot of people think of permadeath as important to Fire Emblem, but, like, it's interesting because I feel that, like, Three Houses feels very not designed around permadeath, in many ways. So yeah, Maddening Casual kind of can fill that gap. What do you mean, not the glasses? Glasses are great.
You. How dare you?
But yeah, I think on second playthroughs,
Thank you.
New Game
Are you
Plus,
certain that- Now isn't the
is
time
great.
for discussion.
lets you
Words
kind of
cannot
tailor
properly express
the
my
difficulty to the level that you
gratitude,
want.
So,
But you do need to
is
get
the
to a
choice
second
you
playthrough to
made.
use it.
you are just another failure. Your presence soils this holy
Alright,
tomb
are we
and
ready for
disgraces
Psycho
my
Rhea?
brethren. I will not allow one who would lend our enemies strength to wield the power of the goddess Sothis. I have passed judgment, and now I shall rip your chest open and take back your heart myself!
That must be the Immaculate One.
Yeah, I mean, I think casual is a great thing to have in the game. And probably a good way to adjust difficulty if, like, you know, maybe in games where maybe the hard difficulty is a little too easy, but maybe the hard S difficulty is a little too hard. It's like a way to make it a little bit easier. Or they could do what I want and bring back DSFE save times.
Is that enough? I'm just embarrassed.
Alright, embarrassed lizard. Thanks for the redeem, Termina.
Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder perhaps of some inescapable truth.
We somehow managed to escape.
This is one of the Imperial Army's provisional camps. Here we can organize our forces.
Before we go any further, I want all of you to
Yeah,
ask
I
yourselves
really
if
like the
you're
little
certain you wish to join us.
lore bit
As expected, Flame has
art.
chosen to leave our ranks.
And you're right, it does
When I
look
saw our
similar to
professor
some of the
running
art
off,
in
I
like
ran about as
the
fast as I
stained
could to
glass
catch
in
up.
Engage.
Caspar, death finds those who run without thinking.
Does Hubert have eyebrows? I don't know, let's see him. I'm not gonna lie, I've never paid attention to his eyebrows. Let's have a look.
And I hope for us to be
Also,
allies
hi,
with the
Devin.
Empire. I will
Hope
be
you're doing
staying.
well.
Was this a good idea? Did I make the right choice? Oh, but my family is part of the Empire, and our professor is here.
You're fine here with us, Bernie. Though it's true certain houses were against the Imperial Princess.
I assume you're referring to my family. I must believe that the conclusion I came to was the correct one. You are the Emperor now. I am the only one left who is qualified to guide you at this point.
I'm only here because I know it would be troublesome to stand against you.
I'm not just here for you, Adi. I'm here to follow our dear professor. Of course, I don't have any territory to offer, so Hubie may not even want me here.
The greater our numbers, the better.
Oh, he has eyebrows. They're just, I think they're very thin.
No consequence.
I
think.
understand where you're coming from. But now, I wish to hear of your resolve. Like you, I have risen to meet my destiny. I cut this path, and I will see it through to the end. Following me is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself. One misstep, and we fall to our ruin. You have now witnessed the Archbishop's true self. She is a cruel beast. Those who rule this world use that beast's power.
W
to
Hubert
ravage
fans.
all to control those who blindly believe in the goddess. They conceal the truth and force their lies on the nobility. They
By the way, if
mercilessly
any of you are
annihilate
big Hubert
anyone who
fans,
defies them.
a
I
friend
know
of mine
this because I
is
lived
working on a
After what
zine
you've
right
seen,
now.
Is there any room for doubt? The Church of Seros has
It's like
great
Hubert.
influence and power.
I feel like I'm missing a word
Their
here, but the
control
title
over
is
the
like
lords
Hubert
of the
something.
kingdom
It might just
and
be
the
Hubert
alliance.
plus his last
We
name
are
that
the
escapes me at this
absolute.
time.
We are the
Motivated
only
by
ones who
Love.
can stop
And
this
if you like
indomitable
Hubert,
enemy that is
you
plagued
should
our
check it
world.
out. It's a whole Hubert zine.
We fight
It's like
for
pretty
humanity.
cool if you like
For
that
all
character.
of Fodlan. If you dare walk this path with me, take your first step. It's now or never. Thank you, my friends. We are the true face of the Empire.
Von Vesta,
And
yes.
we will triumph.
That was incredible, Lady Edelgard.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm relieved. They really chose to follow me. I was resolved to move forward alone if I had to. But in my heart, I hoped it wouldn't come to that.
So long as I am here, you will never be alone. Please do not forget that. And it would seem that the professor also has a key role to play in this.
You're right. Now, I must speak with our dear teacher. Please, make preparations. The messenger should be here shortly.
Consider it done.
Professor, may I speak with you?
Of course.
I appreciate it. I'm just anxious. It feels like the weight of this burden is crushing me. At this very moment, on my orders, I'm starting a war. An army far larger than the one that attacked the Holy Tomb last month will soon be locked in battle. Long-devised strategies are unfolding across Fodlan. Leaders are deciding their loyalties.
What makes a unit good in
so many generals and soldiers
Three
will
Hopes,
die.
or any Warriors
It's
game
inevitable
really?
that
I've like played
civilians
a
will be caught
couple
up in the chaos as well. There will be
Warriors
countless
games,
casualties.
and like I've seen people talk about like which units are good in Warriors and Hopes, but like I feel like I don't understand what makes a Warriors unit like better than another one. Maybe just because I haven't played enough of them.
Yes, it is. There is no turning back. No matter how much blood flows at my feet, I will not relent. We must break the bonds that the depraved church has placed on Fodlan. These sacrifices will allow us to create a future where we never need sacrifice again. It may seem contradictory, but it's the only way. Listen to me. I made up my mind long ago. Yet here I am, seeking your approval. Tell me the truth, my teacher. Are you happy with your decision to stay by my side? Unlike me, you can still walk away from all of this. This path leads to the death of the Archbishop and the servants of the Church. Can you live with that?
I'm gonna have to live with it because I'm already here.
I never thought... I'm sorry, it was a foolish question. I believe in you, Professor. And you believed in me. With that knowledge, I have the strength to keep fighting. Let's go. There's something I need to say to Hubert.
Your Majesty, the latest report indicates that our main army is advancing as planned. Also, the preparations for your manifesto are almost complete.
Yeah, I really like Three Houses. I mean, I'm easy. I really like all the Fire Emblem games, but I really like Three Houses.
We will expose
It's
the
like,
dark side of the Church of
I don't know if it's in my top 5. It's either like at the end of my top 5 or just, or it's like 6 or 7.
We will force the people of Fodlan to open their eyes to the truth and relinquish any remaining conviction to unite against the Empire.
Oh, is Dark Bishop good in Three
Certain nobles
Hopes?
have already offered us their support.
Yes, there are other nobles who oppose the Church. We will condemn those who deserve condemnation, and forgive those who deserve forgiveness. We have already purged some of the Imperial nobles who are morally rotten, my father among them. How unfortunate.
And soon we will invade and conquer Garreg Mach. Our main army has already departed the Imperial capital. They will arrive at the monastery in 2 weeks' time. There we will join forces with them. As for us, I'd like your opinion on how we should be positioned within the army.
Your Majesty intends to fight alongside the Professor, correct? In that case, you will not be incorporated into the Empire's main army.
Interesting.
Your
I would say,
squad
like, when
will
I
be
played
about
Three
the
Hopes,
battlefield under
I was just using a lot of, I used a lot of Hilda, I
That
used a
would
lot
be
of
most
Leonie,
prudent.
Now that
and I used a lot of Shez.
that I'm following your commands
Yeah, I just kind of used
I fully
the units I
object to
liked, and then I thought like
fighting on
Cavalier
front
felt pretty
lines.
good to use, so I used a fair amount of
we've
Leonie.
already discussed this.
My apologies.
Oh, and I thought Byleth was
I
fun to
understand.
use as well.
Now that the details are settled, all that's left is to come up with a name for ourselves. In honor of our time at the Academy, how about we call ourselves the Black Eagle Strike Force? I'm so happy you feel that way. I must
All right.
confess that I spent all
I
night
have to say,
thinking about
Edelgard, I said I
I'll
love
leave
it
you
to,
prepare
you know,
the Black Eagle
make you
Strike
happy.
Force for departure.
But you can't tell me you spent all night thinking of the Black Eagle Strike Force. Come on. She is okay, you know what? I will say, if Edelgard is going to be, like, the best unit in the game, I can forgive her struggling to think of good names for a strike force. I do think it's forgivable.
Yes.
I'm Randolph von Berglies. I'm not very high in the rank. Just like Caspar, I'm from House. My mother married into House Berglies after I was born. But I'm determined to make something of myself in this battle to bring glory to my part.
So, you've turned. I never pressed him for details, but I'm on your side no matter what.
Yeah, you know, it does make sense that,
Okay.
Leonie would be sus of the church. Alright. Where's Edelgard at? I believe that's who I need to talk to. Oh, I just go here. Never mind. It's been a while since I've done this route.
We will soon arrive at Garrigmog Monastery. Forcing a surrender here is extremely significant, both strategically and symbolically. Of course, this is personal as well. This is where we all came together to learn and grow. I have no intention of yielding to our former classmates, so I ask that you prepare yourselves for anything.
I'm not thinking about friends right now, and I'm certainly not prepared.
Damn it, don't go around
Oh,
saying
be nice to
lower morale
Leonie.
before
I
we
like
get
Leonie.
started. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's fight.
I have nothing to lose aside from my friends who are here with me. Does that answer satisfy you? I have been ready for this since leaving my land of home. I will fight and win.
You're not gonna fight and win because you will be riding the bench, Petra.
Maybe I can prepare to prepare.
There is no reason that I should not be prepared. It is my duty to stand up and battle.
She got to. I mean, I feel like. Okay. So I feel like with Leonie, like, her backstory is like, imagine if, like, Superman came to your town and, like, hung out with you and helped you out for a minute.
At the same time,
Like, you know, like goddamn Superman. I feel like it makes sense that you might have, like, a pretty soft spot for Superman.
We know more about the area near the monastery than anyone
you know?
else in the Imperial Army. Still, we must prepare.
That's
for the
Leonie.
worst.
She likes Gerald. She looks up to him.
It's possible we will have to face the Archbishop's true form, the Immaculate One. Fight with all you have, but don't be reckless. As promised, I will leave the command to our professor.
Not only will we all survive this, but we will undoubtedly emerge victorious.
This will be our first battle as the Black Eagle Strike Force. All the more reason to prevail.
Well, I don't feel like it's that she doesn't understand that, like, Byleth is important to Gerald. She's just jealous, right? She's like, you know, an older high schooler / young college kid, you know, being jealous. And at times coping a little bit.
Well,
Can I fix this? Yes, I can.
is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Alright, we got our squad back. Oh, right, these guys. I think the reason why people don't talk... Well, okay. I think the reason why people didn't talk about Hilda's racism for a while, because people do talk about it now, I think, is just that it's, like, not the most prominent, you know? Like, it's in one paralogue that I think a lot of people that maybe just played the game once didn't even necessarily see. This isn't to excuse it. It is a problem for her. But I think that's why it doesn't get talked about as much, is just that it's like a smaller part of her character that's like possible to not even see on a playthrough.
Friends, our opportunity for victory will come. But first, we must...
The city's defenders are trying to stall for time. We should be wary of ambushes as well.
Ladislava is being pushed on the left flank. We must push back with equal force. To work.
Windows notification jump scare. I didn't realize you guys could hear that. That's funny. Ah, there's ballistas. That's what the long range is. Wait, but who's operating the ballista to threaten me with it? Okay.
Stay focused.
Damn it, I forgot to reclass Byleth. Byleth isn't supposed to be a Immaculate one right now. Or not, what is it? Not Immaculate one. Enlightened one. Immaculate one is different. That's something else. I wonder if... it's turn 1, so I'm just gonna risk it for the biscuit without doing any math. But I wonder if Byleth can just fight all of these people.
I will prevail. Ready.
But yeah, I think that's the reason why you hear more people talk about, like, Ingrid being racist than Hilda. Not that it's okay for Hilda either, but it's a lot more prominent a part of, you really can't miss it with Ingrid. It's pretty in your face.
Traitor!
Ah, there's the ballista. I thought there was a ballista somewhere.
Another step forward.
Hey, speed level up. Woohoo!
Now! Hidden soul!
Alright, these hidden soldiers seem kind of like bullshit, because where were they hiding? In the bushes? Bushes don't hide units. That's not how it works. Let me check, it doesn't matter if Ladislava dies, right? Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, ideally she won't, but just wanted to make sure that it is fine if she does. Yeah, evidently they're just really sneaky. Good for them.
Please.
I'm sorry, Flame.
Oh, here, the archer has to go, actually. So we have a good way to take him out. For sure, these probably have to get tag teamed. Hi, Akira. I hope you're enjoying your work on, the Est thing. I know you love Ests. I know they're your favorite unit type. Here, maybe Ingrid will, like, hit some 60s. Oh, she hit one. We take those. So, I mean, I think what you learn in the Hilda Cyril paralogue, it's not like she says anything explicit, if I remember correctly. It's not that she says anything explicitly racist in it, right? Like, she doesn't be like, oh, I hate Almirans, but you learn that, like, you learn about the whole slave thing that her house has going on. And she doesn't really seem to have too strong an opinion on that. Well, I think my perspective on it, and I think this is the perspective of people that have a race issue with Hilda. I think if your house is that racist, and you don't have any issue with that, it reflects poorly on you at that point. You know, like, it really doesn't seem to bother her too much. Ooh, I would have liked it if you hit that.
Think this through.
Alright, take this guy out, please. Well, I agree. I don't think the writers did think too hard about that, but I think that's like a, like, I still think it's like a fair critique of her character to be like, you know, this, she's a little weird champ in this paralogue. Like, it's not great that, her house just has a bunch of, like, child slaves and that she's, like, as far as we can tell, relatively cool with that. I'm not saying this means you have to, like, hate Hilda or anything. I really like Hilda. But I do think it's like a, you know, it's like a character flaw. I didn't mean having the child slaves was weird. I meant Hilda not having a take on it was weird. Obviously, having the child slaves is a little worse than being weird, champ.
I will prevail.
Yes, yes. It is true that, like, I think, I don't know. I like Leonie, so I agree with you. I think Leonie gets too much shit. But I just think that it's mainly because it's like a more prominent part of her character, which is why like I think a lot of people on their first playthrough like maybe don't even get that paralogue, you know. Whereas, like, people don't miss it for Ingrid, because for Ingrid, it's literally like, let me see if I can pull this up in battle. I don't know if I can. Can I see her likes and dislikes? I can't get it right now, but, like, in her likes and dislikes on her profile, it literally says, like, dislikes the people of Duskur. Like, it's pretty obvious with Ingrid. And there's no avoiding it, whereas with Hilda, it's like possible you don't even see the couple scenes where you find out about that on your first playthrough.
Not what I was hoping for.
But I think a trend in Three Houses discussion in general is because most characters have like an explanation for the bad things that they do. People will like tend to kind of like downplay the bad things their favorites do and like upplay the bad things that their not favorites do, you know? And so I think a lot of Leonie's crimes, quote unquote, can be a little exaggerated. Don't love the hit rates. Say we do 14, that would leave at 25. Okay, and then we would have to hit an 86. I can live with that, I think.
You shall not pass.
Nice job,
I should have
Dorothea.
strained myself.
Now you sit on the healing tile. Woohoo!
Professor, why? Do you not see the cruelty of this?
Bonk!
Must
Sorry,
protect.
Flame. Holy shit, hello. I forgot about you guys.
Don't worry, we're allies now. I understand you must have many questions, but they'll have to wait until after the battle.
all these Pegasus Knights? You just gotta trust us on this one. You know, I mean, she's right. We do just gotta trust her. And she's kind of not right for me since I don't have the I don't have him drafted. So once he's a blue unit, I can't use him anymore. Warstone, how are you gonna do me like that in the out of context channel? Ah! By the way, speaking of the out of context channel, we have a Discord. If you want to talk about Fire Emblem, you should join the Discord. We also talk about Xenoblade a fair amount, and sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh! So join. It's fun. You know, or don't if you don't want to. It's up to you.
This strength.
Yeah, we've been watching the original series. I discovered a bunch of people have not seen the original series of Yu-Gi-Oh! So sometimes we watch it in the voice chat now. So now everyone can know the joys of Mako Tsunami. We're almost to Bakura, and I'm very excited about it. Bakura's my boy.
Missed.
That's my cue.
Look, sometimes you just gotta destroy the moon, you know? It's kind of a mood.
I'm aiming high.
We love a 117 damage critical. I know it's overkill, but I like big number. Although I think she actually was 1 damage short of, 1 or 2 damage short of killing without the crit. So I guess it's not overkill. It just didn't need to be 100. But did need to be a crit. Do I think Three Houses is a game that's hard to replay? I actually think Three Houses is, like, fairly easy to replay. However, I think a lot of people, myself included, burnt themselves out on it doing like back-to-back playthroughs. Which I get tired of every Fire Emblem game when I do that. I think a little bit of time is needed in between. Is Mozu any good in Fates? Alright, I am not a Fates expert. But my opinion from having talked to other people that are like actually good at Fates is that in Conquest at least, Mozu's like a pretty interesting unit that has some applications as a sniper. Perhaps not like god tier or anything, but like has some stuff she can do. Yeah, probably one of the best trainees in the series. Not that the bar is that high for that.
Strength is all for a mercenary.
You can't say strength is all for a mercenary right after you didn't get a strength level up. Sorry to say. What about Donald? Not like a big awakening head either, but I think Donald just also is not the best. I mean, Donald's worse than Mozu.
Unfortunately.
Here, listen to Septi. Septi knows Awakening a lot better than I do. Now, if you got Sacred Stones questions, I could answer those. But Fates is not my wheelhouse.
If you side
nor is Awakening.
If you turn your sword on the church.
Although I am doing an Awakening playthrough right now, and I have to say I'm enjoying it a lot more than I expected to. Having a pretty good time with it so far. So perhaps by the time I'm done with it, my view of the game will improve a little bit. Yeah, Sacred Stones is definitely one of the easier games in the series. My hot take is it's a common pick for easiest. I don't think it's quite the easiest, but definitely among the easiest. Well, I don't think it's the easiest if you like don't count like POR Maniac, which I feel like nobody talks about POR Maniac. If you do include POR Maniac, then POR is harder. But I don't think, like, the American version of Path of Radiance is harder than FE8. But still, yeah, it's a pretty easy game. But fun!
In my master's name, I cannot allow myself to fall here. I must with...
Sedith, Flame, Gilbert.
Why do people call sacred stones the easiest? I mean, so people call sacred stones the easiest because I mean it's pretty easy. Like I think FE9, the localized version is a little easier, but I do think sacred stones is like the easiest after that. You get perhaps the strongest unit in Fire Emblem history in Seth. He's really cracked.
Enemies are my enemy.
He dominates the entire game. You have him from Chapter 1. And then you get a bunch of other good combat units too for free. And the enemies aren't that strong. So there's a lot that makes Sacred Stones on the easier side. But yes, I would say if you're looking for like, if you liked Sacred Stones but you thought it was like a little easy, FE7 is like a bit harder than 8, and then FE6 is quite a bit harder, I would say, especially on your first playthrough than both of them. Oh, do you have Sigurd as strongest in this series, Morsode? I think it's one of the two. You know, it's one of the two, I think, assuming that you don't, like, penalize Sigurd for, like, the way that FE4 works. If you do, then obviously that hurts Sigurd quite a bit. But I don't, so. Okay, we're gonna have people pull back a bit because I want Shamir to fight Catherine, because I want everyone to experience heartbreak and drama. We'll all cry together.
I am Thunder Catherine, and I will slay all of Lady Rhea's enemies, including you!
Would you say that Gen 1 of FE4 is like a much harder game than FE8? I think of them, I do think Gen 1 is like a little bit harder, but maybe that's just because Sigurd is so cracked, you know? No, don't worry, I was not taking that as hate to FE8. I feel like Chapter 2 has a lot of thought, like, if you want to get, like, a bunch of side objectives that, like, you ultimately don't, like, need to beat Gen 1, right? But, like, yeah, if you want to get all the side objectives, that's, like, probably trickier than most of FE8. You can ask me questions about anything, Just depending on which game it is, I may or may not have a good answer for you. All of this just to get some sad dialogue. Why did I do what I just did with Hubert? What am I, a dingus? Now he doesn't get to dance. I could have moved Leonie out of attack range. What's the deal with Amelia? Alright, what do you mean by what's the deal with her? Just like, is she good? What does she do? Amelia is good in general. Morsode said the funny.
Strength is all for a mercenary.
So I think there used to be, I don't think there's like that much true discussion about Amelia anymore. I feel like it's mostly people memeing now. There used to be quite a bit of discussion about the FE8 trainees. Amelia's not great. She comes pretty late, she needs a bunch of levels, and then she'll be like your second, like, if you give her the bunch of levels, she'll be like your second or third best paladin. Depending on who you promoted, but like way later and with more investment at a time where you're kind of done investing in units. For the most part. I will say, at least, like, she actually gets, like, decent stats if you use her, which I think is nice, because that is not true of, like, the other two. Like, Ewan is a very unexciting unit. So, if you're talking about people saying, like, Amelia is good in general, they were almost definitely joking. Amelia is good in general is like a big meme. Because way back in the day, people kind of liked using Amelia and putting her in the general class instead of paladin. If you go back and look at like old game FAQs guides, they recommend that. But you shouldn't do that. You know, I mean, unless it's fun for you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, did they have the dialogue later? Yeah, they have the dialogue later. All of that to not even get the dialogue. Oh my god, Cyril's about to double Edelgard. Oh, that's stride. Oh, reposition is a combatter. Whoop. Now you're going to double Shamir, but she doesn't die, so that's fine. Yeah, so the 2 speed wings thing from Amelia. Amelia comes with a speed wing, but she's kind of weird. She shows up the first time in Chapter 9, in both routes. And you can choose to recruit her then, but if you wait too long, she leaves and comes back later. But she has a speed wings in her inventory. So if on the first map you don't recruit her, but you run a thief over and steal the speed wing from her, then when she comes back later, she has another Speed Wings. And then you recruit her or steal that one if you're feeling mean. And then you get a second Speed Wing. Yeah, it's mostly just like a funny thing that you can do. Some people like to do it in 0% because getting an extra Speed Wing is like kind of really nice in 0%. But it's not like a big deal. You don't even have to do it in 0%. I didn't do it in my 0%.
I'll protect Lady Rhea against anyone. Even if it's you, I'll fight you as hard as I can. Lady Rhea, I couldn't...
Soon.
Poor Cyril. Bonk. You go, Hank. Have their defiant stance and then immediately die. I will say Cyril's dialogue does feel a little like what did he say? I gotta kill you? That was not the best line, I don't think. I think the writers could have done better than that. Every time I say bonk, you get scared. Oh no. I didn't even think about that. Ooh, we can get a blessed bow. Are you standing on a ballista? You sure are. I'm like, why is his range so long? But there's a good reason for it. Look, sometimes Fire Emblem has really good dialogue, and sometimes people are just saying stuff.
Well done.
No, I should have counted. They can't quite reach. I should have counted. Can Dorothea kill him, though? Because I could reposition. Why are you holding a magic staff? That's an interesting thing for me to have chosen for you to hold. With the steel axe, you have 31 might. Just want to see if you can kill this guy. No, not even if she doubles. Oh, but you know what? We can do it next turn with Byleth. Byleth can just go vroom. But it will have to be next turn, because I already used my dancer.
Thank you.
What are you, 2 squares off? Yeah. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh players have to be really good at reading. They have so much that they need to read. Like, have y'all looked at a modern Yu-Gi-Oh card lately? There's so much text on them.
Another step forward.
Alright, since I complained about speed levels, I think Hank has gotten at least 2, maybe 3 of them. And that's what I appreciate about Hank. Yeah, I find Yu-Gi-Oh cards a little overwhelming. One day I'll have to, like, sit down and learn how modern Yu-Gi-Oh works, because I really like card games. I've played a lot of Magic. Back when I was more into competitive gaming, I actually played in, like, Hearthstone tournaments. But Yu-Gi-Oh is one I've never played a ton of. When are you a Magic enjoyer, Nemesis? We can play Magic whenever you want. What formats do you like? What are the popular historic formats in Yu-Gi-Oh? And also, that's interesting, because, like, in Magic, it's the opposite. Like, if someone's like, oh, I want to start playing Magic, I would be like, don't do an Eternal format or a historic one. I mean, I guess maybe you could play Commander because it's casual, but... When the flower is crimson. Hi, Irony. Do you play any Commander online, Nemesis? Because I would be happy to play some Commander with you. Hi, Expoto. That was my Byleth the first time I played Three Houses. Rhea had Byleth acting unwise. Back when I was playing a lot of Magic, before I moved out of New Jersey, I played a lot with some folks. And when I moved, we used to do like Magic Online $10 Commander. And I always thought that was really fun. So the places you can play Magic Online, there's Modo, which is like the official client. It's kind of clunky, but it works. But you do have to pay for the cards. Now, they're a lot cheaper than paper. Like I said, we used to play with like $10 decks, but you do have to pay for them. There's a bunch of illegal clients you can use, which I can tell you about later if you want. And I guess you can play on Tabletop Simulator. I've never done it, but I don't see why you couldn't. And I do have Tabletop Simulator, so if you want to play some Tabletop Simulator Magic, let's play some Tabletop Simulator Magic. I'm definitely down for it.
So you have sullied yourself by joining the rebels? I hope you came prepared to breathe your last.
Oh, F. Let's go back. It's good to look at skills before you attack.
I will prevail.
I do recommend it as a general best practice. I'm just gonna let Hank do it.
Let's get to it.
Oh, there's a wall. I was like, what are you attacking? Honestly, paper magic is even expensive to play casually. It's really annoying. Like, I have a few paper commander decks from back, like when I didn't want to proxy for some reason. I don't know why I didn't want to proxy. But, like, you could spend a lot on a casual commander deck. The pre-made decks are pretty good, though, yeah. Like, the pre-made commander decks especially are really nice. What commanders do you like to play, Nemesis?
Stay focused.
I will be judging you based on your answer. That was a hell of a voice line. Good job, Rhea, voice actress.
I will not allow Garrick Mach or my mother to fall.
Oh, I didn't realize the objective changed. I thought we were still on route. Vampires. My favorite deck. I have a few, but my two favorites are the Nissa Flip Planeswalker Eldrazi Tribal, and Teysa Karlov Aristocrats.
You will not be forgiven.
The Immaculate One!
The castle is crumbling. We must.
Oh, May and SOV is also great. She's still hyper. Let's go!
Professor, take cover.
Professor!
You made a Godzilla deck? Well, hey, I mean, we need like 4 people for Commander. If you want to play a Tabletop Simulator Commander with us, you should. Maybe I'll put a feeler out in the Discord. I'm sure we can find a few more people to play with us.
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garrick Mach. Though her own losses were great.
Yeah, Rhea's voice actress pops off in Crimson Flower.
Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. After a hard-fought battle, she was forced to retreat to Ferdiad, the capital of Fargus, where she must now plan her next move. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun.
Oh, I see. You wanted like a, like basically like an AU sequel type deal? Or like midquel, I guess?
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Ethereal Moon. Beyond Escape.
I mean, I'm all for anything. Everything should get a Thracia, because Thracia
It is
rules.
Imperial Year
And I really like it.
Half a decade has passed since Emperor Edelgard.
Even if
ascended the Imperial
Chapter
throne,
16 on
yet the
0%
continent
growths
of
is
Fodlan
making me
still
want to
remains
ram my
lost
head
in
into a wall.
tempest of turmoil and bloodshed.
Which is my fault. I
Holy
cut some
Kingdom of
corners in
Fargus,
earlier
King
maps.
Dimitri has welcomed
And now ballistas
Archbishop
are kind of
Rhea and
annoying
the
to me.
knights, who were driven out of Garrick Mach to the kingdom capital. As they work to build a unified front, the war with the Empire rages on to the west.
I could,
Claude, leader of the
excuse me, I
Alliance,
could just warp
staves
skip it,
off
but then I wouldn't get
intervention,
Sleuth. And I want Sleuth.
strategically stirring up conflicts between Leicester lords in an effort to feign neutrality. As events unfold, Edelgard and her Black Eagle strike force begin to take action in an attempt to break the war's current state of deadlock.
Alright, for the uninitiated into Crimson Flower, we're actually, there's not as much game left as you might expect.
How long do you intend to sleep?
I believe it is
Your eyes must open
18 chapters?
and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours. Like so much rain.
So we're getting, you know, not quite near the end, but nearer to the end than you might expect.
It weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I.
I will say, I do think that's the better version of Chapter 12. I think it's a little more fun. I'm still sleepy.
You are a complete and utter fool! Have you not changed one bit? Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no
Oh,
more.
Merceau, you're killing me tonight. Not a Three Houses enjoyer, quoting me in out of context.
Hey, are you awake?
I like this guy's portrait.
We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river. Garrick Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned. Huh? You don't know? The Church of Saros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well...
Next you'll say loot is good. Wait, that one's fine. I like loot.
Imperial Army has taken...
You can say loot is good.
Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that?
Yes, definitely a big change in a number of ways from this game to Engage. Some for the better, some for the worse, in my opinion.
Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going?
While I am not as down on the Three Houses gameplay as a lot of people, I do prefer the Engage gameplay. But I do like the writing a lot more in Three Houses.
You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead.
Lies from Loot's #1 hater. When did I become Loot's #1 hater? I'm a Franz hater, not a Loot hater. Hi, Storm.
Students.
We did. We got expelled. We got sent to the principal's office. And then beat up the principal.
Unbelievable.
"5 years ago to the day. If things had continued on as they were, today would have been the Millennium Festival."
Halt! Who's there?
Engage's gameplay is very fun. I enjoy it quite a bit.
It can't be. Professor? Is it really you? But I searched everywhere and never found a trace. My teacher. What have you been doing?
All in all, Switch era FE has been pretty good to me. I liked both the games. I would say,
Joking? At a time like this? You do realize it's been 5 years
like if I had to
since you
rank the
disappeared.
eras.
Do you
I
have
preferred
any
Switch
idea
era
how
to
how
3DS
broken my
era,
heart
I
was?
think. Just
I
because,
searched
not that like
high and
Awakening
low
and
after you
Fates
vanished.
are bad, they're
Although
just
there was
not
no
like
proof, I somehow
quite my
knew
cup of
you were
tea.
alive.
And I don't find
All this
myself
time,
replaying
I
them
led everyone
that
as
much.
best I could and fought with all my heart.
Whereas
It's been a
I've replayed
difficult
both
path to
Switch
walk
games
alone.
quite a few times at this point.
Welcome back, my teacher. I'm so happy that you're safe. 5 years. Such a short time, but it feels like an eternity ago. Do you...
Yeah, I mean, I like SOV a lot.
All those years ago. You said then that you would fight at my side. No
And
matter
like, then I
how
like
many enemies we
Awakening.
should
I'm
amass.
enjoying it even more
As
on
for
this
me,
current
my
playthrough.
resolve has not
And I
faltered.
like
I'm
Conquest.
determined as ever to see this through to the end.
But I just don't have that itch to
will
like
defeat the
replay
false
them all the
gods.
time, you know?
I will
And like the
save
first
this world from
playthroughs
those
didn't stick with me
creatures
as
and
much.
give
I will say, to
humanity
be
its
fair to
freedom back.
Awakening, when Awakening
So,
came
my
out,
teacher,
I played it like 8 million times in a row. So perhaps it would be only fair for me to give Awakening a bit of a pass, because I probably burned myself out on Awakening.
Now,
Take a look at the general chat. Oh, what have you done?
Yes?
Oh, what are you about to do? You're typing. Oh my god, there's you literally, you didn't even edit out the quotation marks.
I suppose you must be. In that case, I'll tell you all that has transpired.
Morsode is trying to slander me today.
And that is where we are now. The war is at a stalemate. Dimitri is the
Oh
new
my
king
God.
of Fargus. It's clear that his territory will continue to support the church. Meanwhile, Claude's leadership has thrown the Alliance into chaos. He maintains neutrality in their internal conflict. The situation has created a deadlock. We've been awaiting an opportunity for our squadron to return to the monastery. With you in the fray, I believe the state of the war will shift immediately. The church, as well as the kingdom and the Alliance. The time has come to eliminate them all. Although we were of different houses, we were companions who lived and learned together. Some of our ranks are hesitant to battle against them, and against the people of their homelands. However...
No, I know exactly what you mean, Irony, because that's me with FE8, where I'm like, oh, there's other games that I could be playing and that I want to play. And then I'm like, but what if I play FE8 again?
The Black Eagle Strike Force never lost faith. They knew you were alive and have been awaiting your return. Let's not keep them waiting any longer.
I think most people that are really into FE have like their one game, right? That they're just playing all the time. I'm loving Byleth's radioactive hair with the disco point. Jaritz is not going to work together with us because I didn't draft him.
Well now, that face is certainly familiar. I am glad to see you alive and well.
Wait, who the hell drafted Jaritza then?
It's me, Bernie.
Is someone else doing...
I can't believe you're here.
Oh, I guess, I bet it was Naoto. I think Naoto did CF, because Naoto speed ran 3 houses.
This is not dreaming. Our professor is with us again. Welcome to the back. I mean...
Xenoblade Chronicles Best FE.
Our group isn't the same without you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Where I'm at in Xenoblade, it's kind of cooking right now. I'm enjoying it.
Great. Now everything will be
Hey, Blend Coco. Honestly, that's probably a good thing. I feel like playing all of the Fire Emblem games is a very fun thing to do. Last year, I played through all of them in order. I had a pretty good time.
She took it really hard when you disappeared, Professor.
Of course, we did our very best in your absence. And there was never a day that we doubted you would return to us.
Edelgard has been leading us.
Which FEs have you yet to complete,
After you disappeared, it became apparent that you were her anchor. It gives me regret to be admitting this, but our power is not enough. The only one who can be meeting Edelgard's expectations is you, Professor.
Most impressive of all is your uncanny ability to bring a smile to everyone's face.
In the years since you vanished, we have not lost anyone from our ranks.
We all longed for your presence and your leadership, myself included.
It seems fitting to view this as a new beginning for the Black Eagle Strike Force. We already have our target.
Yes. We must
Ferdinand reminds me of Germa. I like that, like, as far as I can tell, literally everybody likes Germa. Like, I've never seen anyone bring up Germa in a negative light. Which is cool, because I find Germa amusing.
We must cross the Aramid River,
He gave me the giant rat joke.
To do that, we must take the largest bridge across it. The Great Bridge of Myrden.
I think GBA FE holds up pretty well. I think it depends like what you're into in Fire Emblem. Because it definitely like strips away a lot of like, I don't even want to say modern systems because they're in the older games too. Like, you know, skills kind of go away.
If we can also take control of Daphne territory, it would be greatly beneficial to us.
But ultimately, I really like the GBA system. It's like nice and simple, really approachable, easy to pick up and play. And I like that about it.
Peace and solace to this war-ravaged world.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't even watch Jerma, and I like Jerma. Sure, we can talk, Shamir.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother.
Does GBA get points for hacks and stuff? I don't give it points for hacks. I consider that like a separate thing. But I understand why people do, because it is true that like GBA gave us a great like
I think you did.
You know, so many projects are built
Maybe
on the
unwise
GBA
to
engine.
display on the battlefield. But I feel I can trust your commands without question.
But that's how you know I'm being objective, because I'm like not giving credit to FE8 when I could.
Not sure. I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately.
I've been putting you in more precarious situations because you're godlike, Shamir. You're popping off.
Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still, I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leader of the Imperial Army. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army.
I love Shamir.
Relax, I was just having fun. You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda, up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry though, I don't plan to turn on you.
Learning these things.
What's the best GBA FE hack? I mean, I have not played enough of them to give you a real answer to that question. Of the 3 that I've played, and not even completed, just like played at all, I would say Vision Quest is kind of shaping up to be peak. The beginning of Vision Quest has been really fun.
I'm so sick of it all.
I think The Last Promise is like maybe worth playing once.
Problems and pitfalls.
But I think like, and actually the beginning of The Last Promise is pretty fun. I was having a really good time with The Last Promise up until like the back third of it.
You sound just like Hubert.
Hubert gets a plus like from this conversation with Edelgard? That's funny.
Indeed. It may not be possible now, but one day we will know the joys of idling. Mark my words.
I was watching someone play Poke Emblem recently, and I thought it looked pretty cool.
Is it so amusing to you, me daydreaming of free time?
Oh, wait, I've played 4 hacks. How could I forget about Oops All Archers? Which is honestly also peak. Love me some Oops All Archers.
But let's put all that aside for now. There is something I've been meaning to tell you. I'm afraid this might sound a bit sentimental. However, I want to thank you. Because of you, I feel I can walk my fated path without losing myself. If I were alone, I might have lost perspective and become a harsh leader with a heart of ice. But I'm not alone. With you by my side, I'm somehow free to be not only a leader, but simply Edelgard.
Yes, listen to Morsode, and do check out Oops All Archers. It's really fun.
Until now, no one has been able to surpass me, much less command me. I have always been seen as an untouchable princess or emperor. No one.
Also, for those of you interested in ROM hacks, I've been playing, or I started yesterday, Forseti's Cut, an overhaul ROM hack of Thracia 776. And I'm going to be playing more of it on Saturday. It was pretty cool. You should come watch. It's really neat.
Chase the darkness away.
I should clarify that it's in playtest right now, though. So there's like a few little bugs and things, but like it's really fun anyway. I'm sure the full version is going to be like even awesomer. Oh, thank you, Blind Coco. Let's see if we can get into Holy Night. Wait, Byleth is supposed to be a Holy Night, right? Let me check my notes. Yeah, Byleth is a Holy Night. Hit this 71, please. Yeah, there we go. Never punished. Hey, +1 res. Oh, you can stay where you are. What is it? Level 30 for Master, right? But let's see how people are doing. They need some help. Kainwen? Is that, Sane Kent Lowen? Right? Isn't it nice that my flowers are still here from 5 years ago? Pretty convenient, I would say. And the combinations pretty much always make the unit better, right? Like, it's all of the good parts of Kent, Sane, and Lowen? Or am I not understanding the hack correctly? Oh, we're gonna have to do a little drip review of our team, now that they have the post-time skip designs.
That looks dope.
Hey, Asui. Okay, I gotta find something Ingrid and Hubert like. Or Hubert doesn't even have to like it, he just has to not hate it. Why you gotta be so difficult, Hubert? Hubert! What about Onion? Do you like Onion? Alright, you guys are both okay with Onion.
While I have little interest in food, I will admit to a weakness for this one dish.
I appreciate any good meal, but nothing beats enjoying my favorite food.
I do think it's interesting, like, FE7 is one of those games that, like, I've been following, like, people making tier lists of since I was a kid. So it's, like, kind of interesting to see how perceptions have shifted over the years on some units. Like, I feel like Lowen's stonks have gone up a lot since I was a young warthog.
This may seem a bit sudden, but I want to thank you, Professor. That is, for letting me live my life.
You were Marcus's bad baby. I think I was for like a minute when I was a young warthog.
I appreciate you making an effort to not trouble yourself over who I spend my
Before
time
I saw the light.
Well, of course. Did you think I wouldn't notice? It's kind of sweet in its own way. Professor, may I tell you a story about when I was younger? I was an orphan, living in the back alleys of Enbar, until one day I was overheard singing. That was when my new life began. I was suddenly a songstress in the Mittelfrank Opera Company. Performers, nobility. I met so many people.
Oh, see, I was always on board the
I was just some
like the
young,
Penton Hawkeye
girl who could
train.
sing. A spectacle to be admired. Even though everyone praised
Yo,
my
Carsonist, how's it going?
voice, they showered me with gifts. I knew
Isadora stonks, I think, have been a little too kind to Isadora.
my looks would fade.
I do think people used to be too low on her, but now I think people are a little too high on her now.
I started to wonder,
But she's cool, so
when
I find this
old,
acceptable.
What would I have left? I'd be old, alone,
Or at least more acceptable than
back
if she
on the
were
streets of the
uncool.
capital, right where I'd started. You can never be certain about what the future will bring. I never had much to begin with in life, and I worry that one day I'll be that way again. That's why I keep searching for someone who will love me. Someone unaware of the songstress, who can love a girl that used to be scared and alone on the streets of the capital. I wonder if such a strange person can even exist.
Here, I have a fun little activity for us to do after, after I finish this, after I finish this run of the monastery, because that's the last chapter we're doing. Alright, am I crazy? Where is this exclamation mark? Am I losing it? Yeah, we'll have a little special activity at the end tonight.
I need a favor.
Professor, but you appeared at... I'm truly humbled by your support, my teacher, and so I will.
Hi, Hubie.
The Empire firmly controls the strongholds. We cannot control far. As for the Alliance, however, due to interference from Claude, obviously, but because we have had to focus, we have only recently begun. I have a request for you.
I feel like singing at the choir hits different after you make the church upset with you.
Is this necessary?
Alright.
I'll sing if I must.
Yes, it is necessary because you guys need to learn faith.
It's not going to make me stronger. I'm getting the...
What are they even singing about? It's a good question, but I don't have a great answer for you. Curious how Edelgard with E+ swords is going to do in this. Hey, Yogesh.
Your death is not a...
Oh, I have to move Edelgard back into a magic class. We do have the power of God in anime on our side, that's true.
For the fate of Fodlan.
Can you S-support Sophis? I think you can.
Let's keep up the
Bah! Almost Edelgard. Alright, Juritza, I can't use you, but I can use your instructions.
Were you...
Horse!
I'm getting that.
What's that? I'm a I never would, but I might change my... This
Is there an FE mod that makes 3 houses but GBA era? Not that I know of, but it would be pretty sick. Hey Spurgazalia, thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you on a later stream. Have a good night.
Goddess's absence. Discounting what dwells within you, of course. Do you think some punishment would rain down from the sky if this monastery were to be destroyed? Of course not. Even if the so-called Immaculate One came back here for revenge, that would only be a result of this war, not the work of a deity. If it is between love and hate, then I would choose the latter. The goddess failed to properly govern this world. That is why it is necessary for Lady Edelgard to become the supreme leader of Fodlan. Those with power must use it wisely. Is that not a teaching of the Church of Seros? It's absurd to preach to others what you cannot practice yourself.
Yeah, I need to get around to playing FE1 in Fates.
Yes. It is our humanity that pushes us to step up and take the lead should the need arise. That is not the case for inhuman creatures with lifespans well beyond our own. We must fight to preserve what makes us human. You are the one closest to the enemy. I wonder if you will be able to maintain your humanity to the end. You make it sound easy. I find myself trusting you, even with my life. I've already dedicated my life to Lady Edelgard. To throw my lot in with you is inconceivable. But if I had 2 lives to give, I might devote one of them to you. We could be a couplet of birds, flying alongside the sovereign of Black Eagles.
Am I a Baldur's Gate fan? Yeah, I fucking love Baldur's Gate. I finished my first playthrough a couple days ago, and I'm planning
Hey, Professor.
Actually, here, I can announce this now. I'm going to tweet about it later. But on Sunday, I'm actually going to be doing a collab with some folks. We're going to start a multiplayer playthrough of Baldur's Gate.
I'm really sorry.
I think it's going to be fun.
I figured you'd say that, but I still feel like an idiot. Somehow, I just have a hard time keeping my feelings.
Currently, Baldur's Gate is my game of the year, I would say. But I haven't played that many games that came out this year, so, you know, grain of salt. But I really liked it.
I want us to, engage.
It definitely has a lot of reading. I would agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's a sudden thing to ask, but I'm not going to feel settled until I know where I stand. Would you do that for me? back, okay? I want to see you at your absolute best.
She wants to Fire
You got
Emblem
me.
engage.
I'm completely outmatched. Maybe, but you were definitely stronger. Honestly.
But
that's
yeah,
what I
Baldur's Gate 3 is really cool.
You're a true successor to Captain Gerald's style of sword
I really
play.
like it.
I
I
almost
had so
felt like
much
you
fun on
were
my
him.
first playthrough.
I thought I was competing with you, but that's as pointless as competing against him would have been. So instead of that, I'm going to focus on keeping the promise I made to him. Captain Gerald said that if anything should happen to him, I'd have to support you in his place. He didn't sound serious at the time, but it was right before he... you know, before we lost him. So, I've decided.
Alright, take it
I'll
easy,
let you do
Blind
just
Coco.
what you
Thanks for hanging out.
I know I'm
See
not
you
as
later
strong
too,
as I used
Yogesh.
to be, but I swear to you, I'll train until I am. What do you say? Can I call you my employer?
I guess you can call me your
It's
employer.
official. I'll protect you no matter what.
Ooh, there's just a big lightning flash outside. Oh, I forgot we go right into the mission. Drip review? Yes, we'll do the drip review. We will do the drip review to end the stream.
Thank you.
There was another fun thing I was considering doing this stream, but I think I'm going to put it off a bit because I think I want to do that with a co-host. So I'm going to reach out to a couple people about that. But we will do the drip review.
Army in preparation for all-out war with the Empire.
Yo, Megan. Do you want to do the drip review with me?
What's the drip review?
As
We're rating time skip designs.
God maintains a facade of neutrality amidst infighting between
you're,
those who
Crimson
support
Flower,
and
right?
those
Yeah, and we only have 7 units to look at.
Oh, Jesus. Did you get them killed? I know it's
No. It's a draft run. It's a draft run. I just only have 7 units.
I see.
Meanwhile, the Black Eagle Strike Force plans
Am
to
I picking
capture
up well from
alliances.
over
Yeah, can you guys hear Megan?
Before Edelgard takes the war to the kingdom and the Church of Seros. With sights set on capturing Deirdre at the center of House Regan's territory, she leads a march across the Great Bridge of Murder.
Here, you might want to pull a
establish
chair
a
over.
bridge.
Alright.
Then you'll be like... yeah, just move the laptop. They say they can hear you.
Okay, cool.
You guys are lucky. You get some Megan time tonight.
Hello. I've married this lizard.
It's true.
We're about to commence.
I mean, Hubert is a 10 out of 10. Like, no offense. Like, he looks great.
Yeah, he's a vampire
Insane
now.
glow up.
It is something that I can only ask of you. Listen well. It concerns Lady Edelgard's uncle, the regent of the Empire, Lord Arundel. Although
But yeah,
he
we'll be
is
in battle
currently
prep soon,
cooperating with
and
Her
then we can look
Majesty,
at them all.
Okay,
he
cool.
maintains his own sizable military troops. It seems to me that his plans
Can I
differ
put a
from
cup of
our
tea
own.
on?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
assume you recall a certain group's scheming from 5 years ago? Solen and Kranya. They both served Lord Arundel.
Thank you guys for the congratulations. We appreciate it.
Professor, I understand how you must be feeling, considering what they did to your father. I know
It was
must be
a
foul to
lovely
even
wedding.
consider
We had a great night.
cooperating with their kind. However, their power is essential for us at present. Edelgard also strongly opposed the idea at first. Our enemy is the Church of Seros itself. It cannot be toppled with the Empire's might alone. Those working under Lord Arundel are extremely hostile toward the Church, and the enemy of our enemy is... well, I think you sufficiently understand by now. Until all of Fodlan is united, it is a necessary evil. As for how we deal with him afterward, time will tell. Regardless, Her Majesty and I wish to join our power with yours. You should know that in her heart, Her Majesty regards that group as enemies of herself and her family. They used her father, the former emperor, as a puppet, and murdered her siblings with their vile experimentation. I believe Her Majesty may have told you some of this herself. That is why this was a very painful decision for her to make. I will do
No,
all
I'm
I
still in
can to
dialogue.
ensure her suffering is not in vain. And I hope I can count on you to do the same. As for all I have told you, please keep it in mind as we march forward. More importantly,
I feel like Hubert
implore you to fight as
is
best
very
you
cool
can for
in the
Edelgard.
Crimson Flower route.
From the bottom of my heart,
Very interesting character.
I beg this of you.
But, like, not as interesting in the other routes, where he doesn't get as much screen time. I guess that's true of other characters, too, but I feel like you don't even really get what Hubert is all about in the other routes. Whereas other characters, I feel like you kind of do get what they're about, you just don't get the detail, you know? Alright. Come here.
Oh, you're green now. I mean, I guess you were green
Can I,
pre-times, so...
look at the unit somehow from here? What if I do... Here, I'm gonna save. We're gonna do this.
Well, if you go to, like, map...
Well, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna...
And then, like, zoom in, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have to zoom in all the way. I think I have to do this
annoying.
now. And it's not a big deal.
We'll be capturing the Great Bridge of Murden.
I mean,
a
Edelgard
key
looks
strategic
fresh.
location of the Leicester Alliance.
I like her hair
Claude
situation.
will
I
surely
think
be
it's
sending
cool.
reinforcements.
Yeah, I
So we
agree.
must
I like
prevail
the
before they
headpiece,
arrive.
too.
Oh, so are we looking at them in their battle outfits, though?
That's what I have on them, so I guess so.
The boy said to run if I was in danger.
Alright, take it easy, Morso. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. We'll look at portraits, and then we'll look at, like, the zoom in.
I mean, Dorothea, she's a queen. I haven't really... Yeah.
I don't like that she loses the hat.
That's fair, but like, I think it makes
It's
sense.
still,
with,
she
like,
looks
the
nice,
outfit.
you know, she matures, the new outfit looks nice.
Uh-huh.
But I like the JoJo hat.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I don't know, it's hard to judge on with the battle outfits.
Well, what do you think about the Wyvern trim?
I don't know, it's
And
kinda
her
boring.
wooden sword.
It's kind of bland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you like the
I like the regular
portrait
one,
though.
yeah. Why is Lenny magic?
Everyone's magic, as chat has decided.
I see.
What do you think about Leonie?
I think she's okay.
I like the hair better.
I like the hair, I just don't think she's that exciting. This is a bad look for her.
I agree, it's not a great look for her. Eventually, she will be wearing this.
Ah, yeah, this is a much better look. The glasses with the armor are a little funny, I will admit.
Look, I gotta have my glasses. That's how I see things. What do you think about Byleth? I know you don't like female Byleth's like default outfit, right?
No, I fucking hate it.
What do you think about like the hair though?
I like the hair color. I think the hair and eye color is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
Hubert, we already discussed
I mean, this
our
outfit is a
vampire
little
dancer
rocky,
boy.
But
What do you mean he looks great?
I love the fucking plague doctor
surrounding dancer Hubert.
Yeah, that's really good.
He's killing it. He's slaying. Shamir did not get a
I know.
She looks the same.
She's hot regardless.
Yeah, Shamir is hot. It's true.
New to outfit though.
She's a priest.
I like Ingrid. I think
I
Ingrid's look
actually
is really cute.
I really
Yeah.
like her time skip design.
Mhm.
I know some people don't like the shorter hair, but I like the
it. I
shorter
like
hair.
It, yeah. I liked her old bangs a lot, but I do like the short hair. She's got
And like I like how it's done in the back too,
Mhm,
with the
mhm.
braids.
So is this your entire team that you have?
This is the whole team, yeah.
Damn. That's a little rocky, dude.
No, this is all I need. It's hard mode.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, I guess.
So let's rank them. Best drip.
I mean, you're hovering Edelgard. It's probably... And Hubert is up there. Hubert, Edelgard, and Ingrid are probably my favorites. I don't know between the three of them.
All right, I'll break the tie. I think Edelgard has the best of the three.
I think it goes Edelgard, Hubert, Ingrid.
I can agree with that. Are we ranking Shamir?
Yeah, sure.
Because I like Shamir. Ooh, Shamir might be my favorite of the 4, actually.
No, that's not for me.
I like Shamir's design.
I like Shamir's design. I think she's like maybe above Ingrid for me.
Maybe above Ingrid. All right, so we'll say Edelgard.
Say, like,
we'll say Edelgard, Hubert, Shamir, Ingrid.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna say Dorothea, Leonie, Byleth.
Ooh, a Byleth hater.
I fucking hate her outfit, dude. It's so bad.
No, I think I agree with that ranking. Like, I don't know, maybe I'd put... I don't know. I was going to say maybe I'd put Leonie higher because I do like her post-time skip design. But, like, we have units that all have a good post-time skip design.
Right, yeah. That wouldn't
like,
hurt.
so, like, the one that we're saying is the worst outside of Byleth, because neither of us like the
Leonie,
Byleth default
because it's
design.
really
Like,
bland.
but it's, like, not that it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just we don't have another... We don't have a bad design.
Right, yeah. That's my thoughts.
All right, there's our drip review. Thank you guys for hanging out for the stream. I will be back Saturday with more Thracia for Rossetti's Cut. Sunday we'll be doing Baldur's Gate. And then next week, I believe will be Tuesday, Thursday, Three Houses draft at the normal time. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Join the Discord if you're not in it, and hope you have a lovely night.